Good night, Shabbos ASHAR. We had a fantastic Lag BaOmer this past week. A little bit unique, but certainly one to remember. What we sometimes forget is what exactly we celebrate. In recent decades, the focus has been on Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, but the truth is that's a little bit recent. As one looks in the early sources, and of course, as we know, what we celebrate is the fact that the students of Rabbi Akiva who had passed away, the 24,000 students who had died during this time, but Parak Echad, according to the Gemara, so on Lag BaOmer they stopped dying, which begs a very basic question. I don't understand, asks the Bri Chadash. We celebrate they stopped dying because there was nobody else to die. All 24,000 perished and it was over. That's not a happy day, that's a sad day. The answer is that one has to take a closer look at the Gemara and at the Medrash. For the Gemara, after telling the story of the tragic passing of Rabbi Akiva's 12,000 pairs of students, the Gemara then says, what did Rabbi Akiva then do? Says the Gemara, Yevamis v'haya olam shameim. The world was desolate, there was no Torah, all the scholars had perished. At Sheba Rabbi Akiva, to Rabbi Akiva picked himself up and went south, Vishana, and taught Rabbi Seina Shebadarom. He got himself 5 new Talmidim, 24,001, 24,002, 24,003, 24,004, and 24,005. And the names were Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, Blazim Shamua, and Reb Shimon. Vehem, Hem Shemidu Torah. What we celebrate is not the cessation of the tragedy, of the death. That's done. There's nobody else to die. But rather the resolve of Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Akiva's strength of character to pull himself up, losing everything that he had worked for all his previous decades, and to begin again. And it was those last 5 Talmidim who had the greatest impact. Chumash tells us, in describing the mitzvah of Shemitah, V'chi samru, as if you're not going to work during the 7th year, during the sabbatical year. Ma nochal b'shana shvius. What are we going to eat? Hey lo nizra. We're not going to plant. Lo nesavos v'oseinu. We're not going to gather. We're not going to harvest. We're going to starve. Says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, fear not. V'tzivisi es birchasi b'shana hashishis. I'll send the blessing during the 6th year. V'asasas atvua l'shlosh hashanim. And the 6th year will produce enough to last for the 6th year and the 7th, and you're not planting the 7th, so you're still behind come the 8th year. And the 6th year, Hashem will send His blessing, and there'll be enough to eat for 3 years. Asks the Chasam Sofer, what can God send an easier bracha? During the 7th year, you can't work the land, but you're allowed to pick up from Hefker. You can't own the fruit. You have to be mafkir. You have to let everybody in. You can't plow. You can't harvest. But if something grows, you're allowed to pick it up and to eat it. So why can't God just send lots of food without working during the 7th year? What do you need a bracha 3 years during the 6th year? Explains the Chasam Sofer because HaKadosh Baruch Hu understands that the ultimate bracha is something you work for. God could have given us a hand, and it's called Nama de Kisufa, according to the Zohar, in the 7th year. But that is not the same as working, as sowing, plowing, going ahead and harvesting and threshing and grinding. That's in the 6th year. It's pre yodai. It's my handiwork. It's my own personal endeavor. I'm working hard, and God sends a bracha. Wow! I produced never 3 years instead of for 1. But it's my work, as opposed to just receiving a bracha in the 7th and having extra grow without work. That's okay. You don't starve, but that's not as pleasurable. That's not a real bracha. Rabbi Akiva teaches us that as much as he had put in those earlier years, the greatest struggle was Talmidim numbers 24,001, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and therefore it was Davka specifically when he struggled and when he overcame and he pushed and didn't give up, and didn't grow despondent, but he forged forward. That's when that's when all of us, in each of our personal situations, will emerge strongest. We emerge not just with a bracha, but the most meaningful and most pleasurable bracha. Be'ezer Hashem Yisbarach. Have a very good Shabbos.
Hi everybody. It's so good to see everybody. It's so nice to be outside and enjoying the beautiful, beautiful weather. I hope everybody gets out today. on your bikes to go for a walk, play some basketball, enjoy the beautiful, beautiful weather. A real kudos to our 8th graders who pulled off a fantastic, fantastic color war this week. As Rabbi Jacobson just mentioned, your resolve, your commitment to making color war just like it is in school, though a little bit different, for the younger students was really, really fantastic. As we're moving forward, Yom Yerushalayim is coming up. I hope everybody saw the email. May 24th, Sunday, May 24th, we'll have another pickup in school, and along with that pickup will be a lot of different surprises for our students. Not going to say what they are, but that's something to look forward to. Next Sunday, May 24th, our pickup with special treats for everyone, and then that end of the week, Yom Yerushalayim. And then we obviously move into Shavuos, where we're planning all sorts of fun activities prior to Shavuos as well. Everybody stay safe, enjoy the outside, and have a great Shabbos.